Okay, for my first video, I'm gonna talk about a somewhat a fresh subject. I mean, I guess it would be considered fresh. But, I would just like to share my opinion on the death of Michael Jackson. I wanna, you point out my opinion. Um, I just want to point out, like, straight out, I don't think he's a child molester. And I'm sure, since YouTube is just full of assholes, I know that I'm gonna be pissing off a lot of people just because I'm saying he's not a child molester. But what I want to point out is, you know, I want to just say some things on my opinion as to why he's not a child molester. Because because me and my mom were watching the memorial service for Michael Jackson, and she pointed out that, because she obviously grew up in that time period, so she kind of knew a little more than I did about the whole situation. And she pointed out that when Michael Jackson was in the Jackson 5 with his brothers, apparently his dad was very abusive. His dad was very abusive at, excuse me, and he would, excuse me again, drinking too much tea. But like I said, his dad was apparently very abusive, and he would, he wanted his sons to be celebrities so that his dad could get rich off of them, so that his dad could get rich off of his sons. So basically, ever since, Michael Jackson was 10, because he started in the Jackson 5 when he was only 10. And 9 years, it's not a very long childhood. 9 years, that feels like that. That was a really bad snap, by the way. He... No, what was I even saying? Oh yeah. So basically, his dad wanted to pound them into their heads that they needed to be celebrities so that he could get rich off of them. So, ever since Michael Jackson was 10, he never really had, from 10 to his teens, he never really had a proper childhood. So when he grew up, when the Jackson 5 broke up, Michael Jackson went off to do his thing, and his brothers went off to do their thing. And, once Michael Jackson grew up, and, got his own house, he did the whole Neverland thing. And we all know that, Neverland is the land of where Peter Pan is. And we all know the whole story of Peter Pan. You go to Neverland, you never grow up. So, I believe that, Michael Jackson wanted other kids to have the childhood he never had. He didn't want children to go through a childhood like he did. That's why during the memorial service you see him in I don't know if it was Africa, but some very underdeveloped countries with a bunch of kids. So I mean, where do people get the idea that he is a child molester? Oh, excuse me. They got it because he apparently slept with Macaulay Culkin. Okay, I believe he probably did, but that does not automatically assume that he is a child molester. I just think that is stupid. Because most of the people that are just like, oh, good riddance, I don't care about him, you probably have never even met the guy. So, you know, why even judge a book by its cover when you haven't even met the person? Like, I know I shouldn't hate some of the celebrities I met because I haven't met them. Like the Jonas Brothers, Miley Cyrus, Paris Hilton. I've never met them, but I don't like them. I probably don't like them because, you know, Jonas Brothers and Miley Cyrus, I just don't like their music. But, you know, I think people should really, you know, watch this video and understand why they should, you know, and think twice about what they think about Michael Jackson. Because, you know, I mean, the guy's dead. I mean, come on. I mean, I don't think he's a bad person. Not at all. Because if he was a so-called child molester, during the memorial service, why did his daughter get up, bawling her eyes out and saying that he was the greatest dad she ever had? Because, I don't know, if my dad was a child molester, I wouldn't get up there bawling and, you know, saying he was great. I'd just say he was creepy and he was a child molester. So, you know, so, I don't know. I think people should really think twice about what they actually think about Michael Jackson. You know, pay him some respect, you know. His family's probably distraught, and because, you know, it's really sad for when the youngest brother of the Jackson 5 dies before the dad, the abusive dad. Oh, and if Mr. Jackson, you do see this video, I'm talking about you. Boop-a-doop-a-doop.